Chelsea, I heard from the rest of the family that you got married. I knew you had someone you'd been dating for a while now, but if you plan to get married, you have to tell me. It's amazing to hear that the family is growing larger. Also, there are a lot of things that need to get prepared now. We need to start thinking about the wedding and what kind of decorations you'll want there. I won't try to get in your way when planning it all out, but I'd still like to be around to help you a little. Huh? But I did tell you about getting married. Maybe this is because you always forget about me that you never remembered? Even if I happen to be forgetful at times, I never forget about my own daughter getting married. Anyway, if you're going to have a wedding, can you please tell me the date you'd like to have it on? I want to meet his parents, and I want to be around to help with the wedding. Actually, I haven't even met him yet, so it'd be nice if you could set up a day for the three of us to go out and chat. Don't tell me you plan to be around me for this, right? Huh? You already know that I'll be there. No parent would ever want to stay away from their kid while they're having a wedding. Why would you say something like that? Listen to yourself. Huh? Wait a second, Chelsea. Is there something going on between us that I should be worried about? I know I can be a bit too much for you at times, but we haven't talked that much recently, so there shouldn't be anything about me that's upsetting you. Chelsea, can you please reply to me? Chelsea? Chelsea, I'm asking you to please respond to me. This is all really important for us, right? I only just learned that you have a man now, and I'd like a bit more information on what'll happen from here. Shut up already! You're always being so rude to me. I stopped talking because you crossed the line with me again, and I don't have any more patience for you. I'd like it if you just read the atmosphere already. Uh-huh. For the time being, I think the date of the wedding is bound to change. So when we have a certain date, I'll let you know. Well, I guess that's okay, but... and as far as you meeting with the parents before the wedding, they don't seem to want to. So you will not be meeting his parents and family before the wedding. They already told me things are tough as it is with their lives, and that they'll see you someday. And you're telling me that they don't want to meet with me before the wedding? But that's like one of the most important things that needs to happen before your big day. Don't you want to know how I'll get along with them? That's all right. My husband is a pretty busy man after all. There's no time to waste watching you make a fool out of me in front of them. Make a fool out of you? Wait. He's so busy that he can't even let me come and meet him or his family? What kind of man is he? I want to at least know who he is, Chelsea. He's going to be family in the end, so I want to know about him so things don't stay distant. You really want to know about him, huh? He's the son of a very powerful family that has a very famous company. He's one of the elite. He's got a lot of money, so does everyone else. They all live in a huge mansion deep in the woods, and the only way you can actually go into their estate is if you know them personally. Well, that's great to hear. He's one in a million then. I'm so proud that you finally found someone and he ended up being that outstanding. That's exactly right. And I'll become part of a family of very distinguished people. I'll be in a world far different than the one my moneyless mom lives in. So don't be trying to contact me too much, okay? Huh? You have heard of the company Marina Group, right, Mom? Well, my husband is going to be the CEO of that company. Dad is the CEO there now, but one day when he steps down, he'll give the position to his son, and then I'll be right next to him. So there's no way I want him knowing about my janitor mom whatsoever. Marina Group is the company that specializes in all sorts of businesses, right? Things like technology and medicine? I see. A son of the Marina Group. But if he happens to be affiliated closely with the Marina Group, then he should be just fine meeting someone like me. I already know plenty of people there now, so we could get along really well. And at this point, he's already been married, so he shouldn't mind seeing his mother-in-law. Ask him if he can make a little time to come out and see me. Huh? Why would you know about anything to do with him when you're a simple janitor? Well, the reason for that is that I'm a janitor working for the Marina Group within their main headquarters. Huh? They have a lot of guests that come to the building, and so they made sure to keep a large group of us there to keep the place very clean. I may be based at the headquarters, but every so often I'll also be asked to go to some of the other regional offices. And since I have been cleaning the meeting rooms a lot of the time, I meet all sorts of execs from all over the world that come to do business. Stop bullcrapping me. Huh? What are you talking about? I never heard a thing about you working there. Hurry up and quit that job now, you old hag. Unless you're lying to me, of course. Wait, Chelsea? What the hell has gotten into you? Just quit that dang job. He'll learn that you're a janitor if you continue to work there. That would be too embarrassing for me to even keep on living. So just tell them that you're leaving and find a new job. Maybe one that's a little bit less dirty and smelly. I've been in the company for a while now, so leaving like this would be too much of a problem for them. I don't want to do that, especially after all this company has given to you and me. I don't care, I just want you to quit. That job has given nothing to you, and it most certainly has not given anything beside a bad image to me. Now quit! If you don't, I'll cut ties with you forever, and you'll never get to see how your daughter turns out. Calm down, Chelsea. I assure you that if you just listen to me and let me talk to your man and his family, everything will be just fine. Chelsea? Mom, we've chosen a day for the wedding. I'll tell you the date in a little bit, but first, can you hand me my money for the wedding? So you've decided on a date, huh? But I feel as though I should be giving you something more meaningful than just money, don't you think? My friends said they'd be giving me presents, so it's fine. I just want you to bring me my money. And if not, I'll ask it for the moment you come to my wedding. All right, then. And one other thing. When are you going to quit your job for me? If your daughter is about to have a wedding with an elite man, then it's only right that you, as my mom, quit that dirty job. I can't believe you right now. If you quit that job, I promise to give you a little money once we're married, and you can live off of that until you find a better job. But I have a life of my own to live, and this job is how I keep my life going. I plan to at least ask my boss if it would be okay for me to work in another office for the time being instead of the headquarters. That way your husband will never even know I work in the company and you won't have to be worried. Huh? You are useless! Chelsea. And you've been that way forever. Ever since Dad died and you said you had to work for the two of us, you left me at home all by myself. Even though you also said you had to be there to be the one to raise me, you never were around to. I don't get it, Mom. How can you be so frickin' useless? That's not true. I was there with you all the time to make sure that you grew up into a happy and loved woman. I just needed to work a lot so that we had money. So that you had money for when I sent you off to university. Shut up! Don't try and fool me. You always came to my graduations or ceremonies in your dirty clothing, and it was a disgrace to our family. And since I plan to cut ties with you after the wedding, I thought the last thing you could attempt to do for me is hand me my money. But you're still trying to ruin things for me by working that job, and it's enough. Don't say something so heartless as cutting ties with me, Chelsea. I'm sure there are times I left you feeling lonely, and you remember those moments very well. But I wanted to make sure you were still loved and raised well, and that's why I worked so hard for you. I love you, Chelsea. Why have you showed up to my wedding without telling me? Don't mess around anymore. Do you really want to make me feel embarrassed today? You are absolutely useless, Mom. I told you to read the dang atmosphere, Mom. Chelsea, why? Why have you been doing this to me? Huh? Doing what to you? Don't play stupid with me. I was thinking as a way of showing my love and support for you, I'd come and see the family and the man that you'd be marrying into, and the moment I came into that room, you punched me in the face. Then you called me a thief of your wedding. You hit me in the face with something in that room. And then to finish me off, you called one of the security guards in to carry me out of the wedding. You're making things seem like they happened worse than they really did. Are you sure you're not just imagining things now? If you think things like that are bad for you, then maybe you should go see a doctor for yourself. If that was all an illusion, then it was all very real. But I know right now that my face is covered in cuts and bruises and is swelling really badly. So I'm going to have to go to the hospital and have it all cared for. Well, if you're going, then I don't need to worry about you. Ask them to take a look at your head and make sure there's even a brain in there. The tests have finally all been done on me, and now I'm waiting on the results. They at least told me that nothing serious is broken. But because my skin is really torn up, they asked that I take things easy for a little while. I see. You see? Chelsea, this was all your fault in the first place.
Oh, shut the hell up. It's not like it really even matters at this point. I just wish you would have broken something in your head and then you could have stayed in the hospital forever.
Chelsea, why did you choose to punch me? I even made sure that to not cause you any embarrassment, I wore a really done-up dress. And I didn't even mean to go up to his parents yet to introduce myself. So why are you treating me so poorly? If I caused you that much pain in the past, I will forgive you, but you have to explain to me why you did this.
Well, look, I already told you why, right? My husband is the son of a very famous family and a large company. He himself has a wonderful future ahead of him, and his family is all full of elite people. They're already all aware that I'm just some plain girl that graduated from a mid-level university, but if they learn that my mom is some dirty janitor, that would be the end of this marriage.
The end of your marriage? I don't think they would do that to you, though.
Well, the elite don't want to be anywhere near the poor, Mom. And I had finally found my way out of being poor and dirty, so don't you dare get in my way now!
So that's the reason you've chosen to hate me. And yet you don't even understand what I do for a living.
Come on. All you are is a stupid janitor, right? In other words, you literally smell of garbage. Do you really think that there are any people that want you in their family? And so, I'm going to tell his family that both my parents are dead and have been for a long time.
Huh?
It's much better to just tell him that you're dead instead of saying something like you're a janitor or something. And yet, you decided to come here without telling me. Did you really think I was going to invite a janitor to my wedding? So, for coming uninvited, it was only right of me to hit you in the face.
All you are to me now is a complete stranger, then.
Huh? Oh, well, that helps out a lot then.
You're right. I'll no longer be around you anymore, and you'll never have to think of me as your mom again.
I never thought of you as my mom, though. Having to call you Mom all this time was the biggest pain in the butt ever. But now I'll finally never have to worry about that pain again.
Marissa, do you have time at this moment to talk? This is Marina Group's Richard.
Oh, Mr. Richard, thank you so much. I had just finished asking if it would be okay for me to contact you today. But there's a problem, right?
When I heard that there was something private the two of us needed to talk about, I knew what was coming. I'm so sorry for what has happened.
Oh, I don't mind at the moment. I'm assuming that with the privacy that this conversation has, you may have some questions about the whole matter?
Well, yes. To start, I would like to tell you that was my son's wedding yesterday.
I had assumed that was so. Congratulations.
Thank you, but I was made aware that in one of the tables showing family members, your photo was there, which is odd considering that the bride stated that both her parents were dead during her speech. I didn't want to think that this could be true, but are you Kelsey's mother?
Yes, that's right. And my daughter told me that she didn't want a janitor mother at her wedding. I didn't even go into the main hall where the actual wedding would be held, yet she punched me in the face anyway.
She punched you?
Yes, and thankfully, due to me having to clean around your office, you were able to see the condition my face is in.
She hit you that badly, though? If it really is bothering you to be at work with those injuries, you are more than welcome to take some time off.
Thank you for being so considerate. But I have some things that are going on that are making it hard for me to take any time off. And taking time off may cause some trouble for you, Mr. Richard. But be aware that I'm going to sue Chelsea.
What? Wait. Are you being serious? She's your daughter though, right?
And that's the reason why I have to sue her. Now that she has her wonderful husband to look after her, she's forgotten about everything I sacrificed to raise her when she was younger. But in my eyes, I've always been so proud that she was able to find herself a man.
Everyone knows that you've taken such good care of Kelsey. Even when you were so busy with supporting her through your work, you were able to get to her school events.
And that was because I had people here to help make that happen. But perhaps that didn't make me a good enough mother for her. Chelsea used to be such a kind little girl to me. There were times she'd even hand-bake me cakes for my birthday to celebrate. Yet, now she's at the point where she thinks it's okay to punch her own mother. I must have messed up somewhere along the way that turned her into this monster.
And as for myself, seeing that she had become such a good wife for my son, I can't believe she would do such a thing. When I had first met her after she started dating my son, she always told me that she wanted to be my daughter, and that's what made me fall for her.
Chelsea, she's really changed now, though. And because of what's happened to her, I cannot let her get away with it. It's because she used to be my sweet little girl, that seeing her now as someone who's okay with violence has made me so upset. I cannot let her get away with that, Mr. Richard.
Marissa.
And on top of that, she now wishes for me to just disappear from her life. And so if she wants to think of me as nothing but a complete stranger, I'll do the same and forget that she was ever my daughter. I never wanted to have to think of her as someone beside my own blood, but because she's gone so far to show that she doesn't want me around anymore, I'll do as she wishes. Now Chelsea is nothing more than a complete stranger to me. Perhaps I should say she turned out just like me. After all, I was an awful mother to her.
I don't believe that you were. You gave your all to be the mother that she not only wanted, but needed, and that took a lot of sacrifice out of you. And so in this instant, what she had done to you was not something that can be forgiven. For the time being, I want you to rest and let your wounds heal. And so that you can have time off of work, I'll have someone in to cover for you, okay?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Richard.
Just call me Richard, Marissa.
Thank you, Richard.
Hey, you hag! What the hell is this? What does it mean I'm being sued? It says there was a victim's report sent in by you?
Well, what you're looking at is just that.
Don't mess with me, you! Just because you're upset with me doesn't mean you can try and fight me now.
Well, I'd like to know who this is. I don't happen to be friends with anyone who's willing to call me a hag like you have, so who are you?
Huh? What's with that? You're being too distant.
You and I are complete strangers, so I don't happen to know much about you. Hence, me acting distant. And within that victim's report that you have with you, there's a breakdown off all the healthcare that I needed to receive for my injuries. And because there were cameras all over the reception hall for your wedding, I have plenty of evidence.
Having to listen to a janitor tell me they're the victim of anything is gross. Hurry up and get rid of this crap.
I will not be doing that.
Well, if you like, I can pay you out of court. Unlike you, you useless hag, I happen to be quite the generous person. I have lots in savings, and so I don't mind handing you a little money to shut you up. So, tell me what you like.
You must have a lot of money then.
I'm a celebrity now, so my money is endless. And unlike me, your life cleaning up garbage must be painful every single day. You have no money to play with like me.
But unfortunately, I believe that your money isn't going to last much longer.
You are such a sore loser, and it's making me sad. Have you not realized what's happened to you yet? You witch! You started telling my husband all sorts of weird crap now. You're a freak. I'm going to sue you now.
If you want to try suing me, go right ahead. I just happened to tell your husband the whole truth surrounding us. I let him know that his wife is totally fine with punching her own family.
And that's what makes you a freak. You're trying to ruin my image. I am not some kind of monster that just likes to punch whoever I see.
But you punched me without any restraint, right?
And that's because you messed up by coming to my wedding without even being invited. You're a low-life janitor, and you came to that wedding to try and take the spotlight away from me, right? And so me punching you was to protect myself. I never just go around punching my family or anyone else.
But it turns out that your husband trusts me over you.
Huh?
Your husband really is a kind man, isn't he? When he heard that I was his mother-in-law, he was so happy and spoke to me like he was family. He even called me Mom, and that just warmed my heart. And when I saw his smile, I just didn't know how I could have ended up with such a caring son-in-law.
Well, you and I are just strangers now, so he's not your son-in-law.
That's right. But in only a little longer, you and him will also be nothing but strangers.
What are you talking about? That man loves the hell out of me. There's no way we'll ever get divorced from each other.
That's what you'd like to think, right? But when he sees the evidence of you punching me, like those recorded videos, and when he sees how you've always texted me, he might just lose all his love for you.
You're going to show him? Our conversations are supposed to be between you and I.
Oh, I've already told him, Chelsea. And all of this is evidence to you assaulting me. And just as I've told your husband, I've told the police about everything, and soon you'll be taken into their custody. I told him that he's totally fine to continue the process of divorcing you while all that happens. Your husband may be the kind of man to be generous and loving to everyone, but he can only spread that love so far when there's someone who has turned themselves into a monster. He doesn't even care that I'm a janitor. He's worried about the fact that he's married to a woman that chooses violence over anything else.
In this day and age, evidence can be faked. And you know that when choosing to trust his wife over some random old lady, he'd choose to trust me. And now I'm going to go around telling everyone that a crazy old hag has been making things up about me and that it's ruining my reputation.
And that will only work if people choose to believe you.
This is all your fault. It's your fault that he wants to divorce me now. You're a frickin' plague.
I can see that you're in a lot of trouble now, but what happened to the confidence you had before?
Shut the hell up, you hag. It's because of all the needless crap you brought up that my husband went and started looking deeper into me.
Right. He was able to see that in college you and other men would always get into problematic relationships with each other, huh? I heard all about it from your husband. He said that you always chose to be violent with other people back then. Which is crazy because I never even knew that you'd been beating up people back then when you were away at college.
But in those instances, I would give them some hush money and things would end there. So don't use all of that to ruin my image now.
The fact that I never once noticed that you've been causing all that trouble then really goes to show how bad of a mother I was. But now knowing that he's willing to divorce you over all of that, I'm happy.
Shut the actual frick up, you whore. You tried to take away my happiness. You're the worst of the worst. Are you not saddened by all the pain you've caused your daughter?
Of course, I had always wanted my daughter to be happy, but I never had a daughter that wanted her mother to be happy. And don't worry, because I'm not your mom anymore, just like you've been asking.
Dad, help me please. My mom has a grudge against me now and is making up lies. Can you please tell your son to not divorce me at least? You told me ever since I became your daughter you've been so happy, right?
I'm sorry, Kelsey, but I already know everything.
And everything that you know is that woman's delusion.
Her delusion? But I had seen the face of your mother after you had punched her in the eye. Do you really think that I could see that as a lie for the type of person that you really are?
Huh? Why did you see my mom when she's only a janitor?
Of course, it's surprising to think that a CEO would be aware of all his janitors like I am. But Kelsey, your mom and her and I go way back, Kelsey.
Harry knew?
Yes, your deceased father was my close friend, and I think I remember once seeing you at the funeral for him, although you were a lot younger then, and you were crying the whole time, so I never really had a chance to confirm who you were.
I remember the funeral. And I remember a man standing right in front of his grave after he was buried that cried and cried all day. Was that person you?
He was me, and that's why your mother and I have been close ever since. But she never once thought of getting married again, instead sacrificing everything of hers to make sure that she could raise you right. And since I was so close to her husband, I made it my goal to support her as she raised you, even to the length of giving her the job that she has now. And that job is the one that you keep on making fun of her for.
But isn't being a janitor one of the dirtiest and lowest jobs out there? I bet the only reason you gave her that job is because she was too stupid to do anything else, right?
Do not make such claims about your mother or I. And although you can't seem to understand it, I can see that your mother is one of the most important people around.
Huh? There's just no way.
Are you sure? If you'd like to come and give being a janitor a try for this company, we'll see how hard she works to keep everything going smoothly here. She's amazing with all of her cleaning techniques, and at the moment, because of those reasons, she's the manager of the Marina Group's janitors.
Huh? That woman is the manager?
Yeah, she's always been making sure that my headquarters is looking perfect. And so now I have her managing all the other janitors and making sure any new hires are trained properly. She's even willing to do tasks outside of her job requirements, and everyone here respects her for that. Not only as her CEO, but as the man who's known her for so long, I think that she is one of the most amazing women to have ever entered my company.
That can't be.
You made it clear that you hated her for her career, and that you never wanted her to be your mom because you couldn't see all the work that she put in for you. In other words, you've been making fun of and hurting the woman that I promised your dad I'd keep safe and support. I cannot let my son stay married to anyone like you, and so this is the end for you.
You're wrong. I never knew that my mom was doing that amazing at her job.
Even after all you've done to us, you still want to try and make excuses? I don't want you anywhere near my son or your mother. If you do ever come near them, I'll have the police called and you taken to jail.
Wait, Dad, please listen to what I have to say about this. Mom, help me! Right now, I'm in court for the divorce, and it looks like all those other men from the past want to sue me now. And because of the victims report you handed in, my life is going to be pretty much over.
And that's what you had been wishing for. I never planned on taking that report down. And now I'm going to make sure that you pay me a settlement as well as pay for all my medical bills, so prepare yourself.
But I don't have that kind of money on me. Please forgive me for whatever I did.
I will not. I have a responsibility to make sure that the daughter I raised is properly punished for the way she's acted. And now that you've gone and told me I'm not your mother anymore, I will not go easy on you. Now I want no more messages coming from you anymore. You are just a stranger now, so acting this way is extremely rude to me.
Wait! Hey, please come help me. I'll do anything for you. Somebody come and save me.
After that, Chelsea was told that she would have to pay a settlement to quite a few people, but on top of that, she would also have to be on parole for a year. She was not happy about hearing that from the judge and tried really hard to run from them, but she soon realized that the police were all around her. That didn't stop her though, and in an attempt to get around them, she punched one of the police in the face, only to be tackled by 3 more and dragged out of the courtroom. For 6 months after that, she had to serve time for assaulting an officer, but was released early and placed on 2 years of parole. However, getting out of jail was not easy on her, and she still has to pay off all the settlements, which she chose to borrow a lot of money in order to do so. But even without the stress of the settlements themselves looming over her, she now needed to pay off the money that she borrowed. So now she's working day and night at a couple of different places, trying her best to make all she can. But because of the way she treats everyone and acts within the building she's been working in, she's been demoted to being the janitor in all of them. She has now learned that there's no good side or bad side to being a janitor, and that it's all up to the person in said position to make a good or bad name for themselves. I know that she has to work long days making whatever money she can, but I hope, as my last wish for her as her mother, that she will one day find a way out of having to work so much and can go back to a normal life where she has time to breathe. As for myself, I can see that even with all I gave trying to raise her right, she still turned out far worse than I could have ever imagined. But as a lot of my friends around me have said, I cannot blame myself for raising someone that was never willing to respect me in the first place.
Hey, Tracy, I'm going to be getting married. Did you know that? Huh? No, I had no way of knowing about that, Naomi. And to be honest, I'm not really bothered by you getting married. Really? I know you're jealous of me now. But I can understand that since you are 30 years old now and still a single woman, I'm sure hearing about me getting married before you must break your heart. I guess you should have been more aware that women are supposed to get married in their 20s. I really don't care about what's going on with you, so can you just get on with saying what you have to say? And since I'll be getting married, I'm going to take a very long time off work to become a wife. Maybe even for the rest of my life. Is that so? Good for you then. So this is just you trying to rub your marriage in my face then, right? Well, I'm in the middle of work, all right? So I'm going to get right back to it now. Really? I knew that an old woman like you had far better things to do than be a wife. But listen, you can take just a little bit of your time to continue staring at your phone and talking to me, right? I mean, you've already wasted this much time looking at your phone, right, old lady Tracy? Would you please not call me old lady Tracy? That is very rude coming from someone like you. What? But what I'm saying about you is very, very true, right? After all, you happen to be the oldest woman in this department here. And from what I've heard, starting next year, you're going to be transferred to a new department, right, old lady Tracy? Congrats to you then. I'm sure this is you moving up in the company, right? You must be so proud of yourself. Are you done saying everything that you've wanted to say? If that's so, then I'm not going to waste any more of your time like you've done with me, and I'm getting back to work. That right there is the reason why everyone hates you. You're a cold-hearted supervisor who doesn't care about any of us. Excuse me? I'm just saying that everyone in this department hates you, Tracy. Your character is horrendous, and you like to have fun bossing us all around. I'm sure that you're so happy to be getting a promotion, but from all of our perspectives, we are so thankful that the pile of garbage that was supervising us will be gone. Is that so? Well, you all can go ahead and continue hating me. It's not going to change my thoughts. Sure. Keep acting like this isn't all going to your head right now. Well, I guess everyone is right about saying that you have pride so large that it dwarfs skyscrapers. And I'm sure that's why no man ever wants to marry you, right? And do you think you're safe finding a man when he might not even be aware yet just how stupid of a woman you really are? Huh? What did you just say to me? Don't you ever say that again to me. If you're going to try and make jabs at me like that, then I'm going to tell all the other employees hear what you're saying. Go right ahead then. Hey, Sam. I just happened to get my invitation from you to your wedding, but it turns out that you're going to be marrying Naomi?
Ah, that's right actually. I've sort of known about how you and she are working in the same company. But well, I didn't want either one of you realizing that, and so I kept you being my older sister a secret from her. And I didn't want to say anything to you about how I want to marry her. But now that I think about it, the company you're working for is really big. So I'm sure you both have never really met before, right?
We are both in the same department, and she happens to sit in the desk next to mine.
What? Are you kidding me? Then that must mean you feel that way about her since she's in the same department as you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, how should I word this? Well, she happens to be a lot younger than you there.
Ah, I see. So you must have heard some things from her about her position? Well, you don't have to choose your wording wisely with me. You can go ahead and tell me whatever you have to say about things.
Well, she told me about an older woman in her department that's being really strict with all the younger women that are younger than her, and that this older woman has been kind of a bully, really. And, she said that this older woman is in her 30s now, but is still single, and so, because of that, she happens to like picking on the younger women because she's jealous of them. And she finished by basically calling this woman, who I think is you, a really horrendous witch that has her underwear in knots.
So Naomi has started to talk about me that way, huh? She really thinks that I enjoy picking on the younger women in the department because I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about half those things. But well, she also told me that you happen to run into the younger women in the hallway and shove them aside, and when they're working, you'll yell at them for drinking any kind of beverage.
She's the one running into me when I'm walking in the hallway, actually. And when it comes to her drinking during work time, she has a capped bottle she'll bring in filled up with vodka. I can tell it's vodka just by the smell it gives off every time she opens it up to take a sip. I've asked her about it before, yet she never admitted to it being alcohol.
What? But Naomi would never do anything like that.
And if that wasn't enough, she also really loves calling me Old Lady Tracy. And she'll ask me time and time again if I have a man yet. And if this will be the year I get married. Work is not the place for that kind of talk, especially when she asks such things in a very rude manner.
Are you sure? You're sure this isn't just one of the other women at work that you might have Naomi confused with? I mean, you and Naomi aren't even that distant in age, right?
I have no reason to mistake who you're talking about as anyone other than Naomi. She sits at the desk right next to mine, so I'm very aware of who she is. Well, I'm sure from your point of view, you don't want to believe what I'm saying to you, but I'm telling you the truth when it comes to how she acts around me in the office.
I'm sorry. Well, this isn't me doubting you or anything you've been saying, but I've never seen Naomi act in any way that resembles what you've told me, so I just can't trust what you're saying at the moment.
And that makes sense to me. I'm sorry for saying things like this to you after already having chosen the woman you want to marry and finding your true happiness.
Well, I happen to think a lot of things about Naomi, and so...
I know that. Do you mind keeping what we've spoken about here a secret from her? Please?
Huh? But...
I'm asking you to please not say anything to her. I still have a lot of time left to this year where I have to be in the same department as her, and I don't want to end my time in this department hearing all kinds of rumors about her and I.
Well, you have a good point there. All right. I won't tell her anything about today for the time being. However, you still plan to come to our wedding, right?
Well, of course I'm coming. But, of course, when I come, she's going to find out who I am.
It'll be all right. I'm just happy to hear you're still coming. I want to make this a really amazing wedding for everything, so please, never change your mind about coming. And by the way, I'm looking forward to your wedding too.
Now you're going to start going on about me getting married or not?
I'm sorry. That was just a joke. Now, I'll be seeing you at the wedding.
Was the person that I just happened to pass by really you, Old Lady Tracy? Why are you at an event like this? Ah, well, there's a little something about that. What do you mean, a little something? You weren't even invited to this wedding, so why are you here? And you're here a lot sooner than most of the other guests that are coming, right? I haven't even seen any of the guests I've invited come in yet. Ugh, I knew this would start to be a pain in the butt for me, so I was trying my hardest to hide from you. So you're trying to tell me you wanted to sneak into my wedding without ever being noticed? I cannot believe what I'm hearing from you. Did you really want me to invite you as though you were one of my friends? Ugh, can you just leave it? Why do I have to be the one to shut up? You're the one that decided to come to my wedding when I never asked for you to be here. Well, it's been a little bit, so I want to have a chat with you now. I have some time yet until my wedding starts as well, you know. That's right. I guess since the both of us are already here and things have come this far, we should have that chat. Right? Well then, let's go and meet in the lobby of this resort. Now, tell me again why the hell you think I'd want an old dominating lady like you here. You weren't even asked to come to this event, so stop fooling around with me. What is this? You wanted to have a chat with me, and the moment I walked up to you, you poured wine all over me? You should be thankful that was the only thing I chose to do to you today. To be honest, I really, really, really wanted to kick you in the butt and drag you out of here. It wouldn't have been the wine that was red, but your blood had I gone all out with you. Why are you getting so upset right now? You know the reason why. You are messed up in the head. And it's not just me that thinks that, but everyone else that works in the same department as you. None of us even want to see you when we go into work, so what makes you think we'd want to meet you at my wedding of all places? You really have a lot to say. Also, did I just see you talking with Sam a bit ago? You thinking just because you're an old lady, you can have a chance to come here and steal the groom is completely insane. Do you lack every little bit of common sense or something? Unbelievable. No, there's a reason behind that. I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I want you out of this place right now before the rest of my friends from work show up. You being here is causing me all kinds of stress, and it will piss them off as well. I never asked for an old, dominating woman to be at my wedding. And you sure are not going to be talking to my groom ever again. Well, he's my little brother. Huh? Why are you trying to use some stupid excuse like that on me now? Well, go and ask one of the wedding planners here about me. Ask them what the name of the groom's older sister is that will be giving a speech today. Sure thing. I'm going to give them a call right now and ask. Really? I can't wait to start talking to all the others at work about what you've been up to this time. Hey, come on now. It was just a simple joke, all right? I just wanted to see what would happen with you today. I knew you were Sam's sister this whole time, but just wanted to mess around with you a little. And here we go. The moment the tables turn, you run and try to hide behind calling all of this a joke. Well, I've always thought of you as a wonderful woman, Tracy. And since you're always so wonderful, I became a little bit jealous of you, and that led to me spilling that wine all over you and your dress. Look, that wine is expensive stuff, so you should be happy to see it being used on you. What difference does the wine being expensive or not make? Well, I'm sorry about that then. Listen, Tracy, none of this was really meant to be serious. I was just fooling around a little with you since you're my older sister-in-law. So you think by changing your attitude towards me just like that, I'm going to be able to forgive you? Well, I'm sure it won't be that easy for you, but, I am praying that you have it in your heart to forgive someone like me. And, by the way, are you really Sam's older sister? Can you tell me why your last name is different from his? Well, that's because I've been married to another man for a while now. What? I got married right before I entered the company I'm working for at the moment. The marriage took place when I was in my final year of college, actually. And that is why most of the people in the company who work around me believe that I'm still single because they've never heard of me getting married while they've known me. But I'm not single. I've been married for what's almost going to be a decade now. Ah, is that so? Then, what was your original last name? I had the same last name as Sam, Irving. Are you serious? Well, if that's the case, that means I am so very sorry for a lot of things that happened. You think we're still at the point now where you can apologize and everything will be back to normal for you so easily? That dress I was wearing that you spilled the wine on, it is totally ruined now and all wrinkled up, so I'm going to have you pay for it. I'm completely fine paying you back for that dress. I'm more than glad to pay you for that. And you can even make that legal by having a lawyer get involved in everything if you'd like. After all, I'm sure you don't want me getting away with anything now after all the rude things I've done to you before even today. It's interesting that you had a whole excuse made up for all those rude things that you've been saying to me. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I promise to make this apology as wholehearted as I can. So, right. I'm sure that you have been wanting for the two of us, especially me, to sweep all that's happened under a rug and act as though it's never happened, right? Well, if that's not a problem with you, that would be very kind. Right now, we're supposed to be getting ready for our wedding. And as you know, there will be a lot of people here today wanting to see me as happy and pure as I can be before I'm wed to my husband. And if everyone that plans on being here today were to hear about the true me and what I've done, well, that might lead to some very bad things happening, especially to me. What are these bad things you're speaking of? You think that I care about how your actions are going to affect you? Listen, the moment you spilled the wine on me, I could see Sam out of the corner of my eye, and he saw what you were up to. Huh? Are you telling me that he saw what I had done to you? Yeah, he was even looking me right in the eyes as you poured that wine glass on me. I thought he'd come right up to us after seeing something like that happen to his sister by your hands, but then he turned around and walked away. I'm going to guess that what he saw was too much for his own eyes and that it was so shocking that even his heart needs time to think. Wait, that's not good at all. That's totally not good for me. He needs to understand that this was all a huge misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Hey, Sam, where are you right now? I was looking all over for you, but couldn't find you anywhere. What you saw just a bit ago was all a huge misunderstanding, you know? I just happened to run into your sister is all.
You think I've misunderstood what all of that was about?
Yeah. Look, you know that both Tracy and I are working for the same company, right? Her and I are both very close friends in the office, and we happen to love messing with one another by pouring drinks all over the other's head and body.
Then why, while that was all happening, were you screaming at Tracy? I heard you saying she wasn't invited and that she's an old lady. I never thought that my Naomi would ever use that kind of language towards my older sister or towards anybody in a negative way.
No, that was just a simple joke is all.
Is that right? So, you must think I'm such an idiot that I'd be able to believe in the most simple and weak excuses like the one you just told me there.
I'm being honest. Believe me.
This isn't going to work. I saw everything that happened there. And also, I've heard about all of this from Tracy herself. About the kind of person you really are deep down.
Who I am deep down?
I've known for a while now that you've been telling me about how you're being bullied by the old woman sitting at the desk next to you at work, right? But according to what my sister has said about you, you're the one who's been saying awful things and picking on her. At first, I wanted to believe what you've been telling me, more than what Tracy was saying. But after what I just saw, I've made up my mind. I can't do this any longer.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean you can't do this any longer?
I'm sorry about this, but the wedding is being canceled now.
What? Wait, that right there is not okay. Like, my family is going to be here as well, right? You have to see that by canceling my wedding, they are going to become so sad.
Well, you've already made myself and my family very sad by pouring wine all over my sister and her dress like that while screaming at her.
But that was...
Don't be worried about a single thing. I'm going to go to both your mom and dad and explain to them what has happened here today. And as for the cancellation fees, I'll be paying for half of them. I think that's a fair way of handling all this. Don't you?
No way. I do not want my wedding to be canceled over something like this. It's not just my family, but all of my friends and a lot of my coworkers as well from work who are coming to see our wedding. If the wedding is canceled on the same day, then I'm going to be completely embarrassed and will never be able to show my face again.
You say that, but from what I've noticed, not a single one of those friends or coworkers that you invited have come to the wedding yet.
What?
However, a lot of the guests I've invited today are already here and are patiently waiting for a wedding that's not going to happen now. When it comes to your guests, besides your parents, I haven't seen anyone else.
Huh? You're lying. Why would none of them come? I went ahead and invited friends from back when I was in college and made sure to invite all of my coworkers from my department as well. Could this be all because of her?
Her?
Hey! What you've done this time has gone way over the line. I invited pretty much everyone in our department, but not a single one of them has shown up to the wedding yet. You did something to keep them all from coming, right? Huh? What are you going on about now? Stop playing dumb here. I don't give a dang how much you hate me. What you've done today was totally not called for, and I am pissed. This is supposed to be the day of your little brother's wedding, and you thought it would be all right to keep half of the guests away from it? You're the worst. Wait, you have it all wrong. I wanted all of your friends and coworkers to come, actually. But they all told me that they had no plans of coming to your wedding. Huh? What do you mean? Well, this happens to be my brother's wedding, and I wanted as many people as possible coming to celebrate it. But when I was at work and went up to everyone asking if they'd be going, all of them replied by saying they were afraid of you. So I gave up on trying to get them to come because I could see they had no interest. I didn't set any of this up, so stop saying that. You're telling me that everyone had the same idea of not showing up to my wedding, and that's why they're all not here? It wasn't their idea, but rather their reactions to everything you've been doing. None of them wanted to be here today because of you. And I don't blame them. You always went around the office all day bragging to them about how you'd be getting married and even belittled some of them. And any of the ones that are married, you started to make fun of their husbands. I don't think a single one of them are your friends anymore, Naomi. Are you sure? That's a little bit unbelievable to me. This isn't just about your marriage either. You always are on your phone when at work, and you will always have one of them doing your work for you. Everyone was so happy to hear from you that you plan to leave the company for a long time. You're kidding. Why would they be happy about that? I get that I wasn't often talked to by any of them while in the office, but that's just because everyone else wanted to be like me and thought of me as the popular kid at work. You can stop thinking crap like that about yourself anytime now. You need to come back to reality and change the way you've been behaving. If you keep acting like a high schooler while at work and even outside of work, nobody is going to like you. Not even your family. No, there's no way. There's no way in hell anyone would hate me like you're saying. You're just lying to me in order to make me feel like I've lost. You're the one behind all that's happened. You tried to make everyone look as though they hate me. And this is all because I'm young and beautiful and you're jealous of that. You really have no right saying things like that about me when not a single one of your guests have not shown. And I'm glad for them because once again, you're trying to make it seem as though I'm the one who's jealous of you and like I'm the one who caused all of this to happen. But really, all your coworkers and all of your friends know better than to come see more of you when you're acting like a freaking child. Nobody wants to see the wedding of a child, Naomi. Shut up! You're the one that should be in trouble for this. It's because of you that the biggest event in my life has gone to complete crap. I'm going to make you pay for all of this. Make me pay for what? Would you just stop it with this immature behavior? Shut the hell up. I'm going to make you wish you never worked in the same company as me.
Tracy, I'm so sorry about today.
It's fine, Sam. And let's be honest, it was kind of entertaining seeing the bride be taken out of this wedding by the police, right? That's not a normal occurrence. I'm sure this was a good experience for all of us to learn from as well.
I'm sorry. I didn't think she'd be the type to become even more enraged and try to attack you like that. I'm glad the security guard was there to grab her like that. But what if she had gotten close enough to hurt you?
And this is why I was telling you everything about her before. She's a crazy witch.
I see that now. I should have believed you long before today then. But really, back then, I was completely in love with Naomi.
You don't have to defend yourself. It's totally in your rights to defend her, since she's your wife after all. But hey, I'm happy you were finally able to see the true Naomi today. You would have started having to live with her here soon, so things would have been a lot harder on everyone had you not noticed before then.
Right. Thank goodness. Tracy, thank you for all of this.
I haven't really done anything, though. Also, you happen to have an after party to get to now, right? You should go be with your guests.
Well, this is a good place after all. so I suppose it would be right to at least experience the party. And I also don't want to go back home now either, since I'm sort of in a bad mood.
Well, you should go enjoy that party then. Have a good time, all right?
Wait, are you not going to come and party? I want you to be there!
No, my husband and I plan on heading home now. You never invited an old, dominating lady to be at your wedding, right? After being taken into custody by the police that day, Naomi was able to get out of their hands come evening. But even though she was no longer being held in the county jail cell, she was still going to need to pay for the fines she got from the wedding, as well as for the cancellation fee and my ruined dress. All of that stacked up pretty well and led to her having to borrow a lot of money. Naomi had also quit her job the day before her wedding and assumed she'd never need to go back to the office again. But now, with no job and with no man who wants to be around her anymore, her pride has taken a massive hit. And because of that, she's moved back home to her parents' house where she's been hiding away in her room. Both of her parents were kind enough to not throw a woman like that out of their house, and they both believe they can fix her in some way. So these days, Naomi has been sticking close to her parents' house, doing part-time work in order to save up some money and pay off her debts. I find that she fell a long ways down from the belittling jerk that she once was. And since she can no longer hold herself to the standards she thought she had, I think I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of respectable woman her parents can turn her into. As for Sam, he's been saddened by everything that happened and by the fact that he had to leave his wife so soon. But recently, he's started to hang out with this new girl, which has me a little worried because she might be just as bad as Naomi. However, I'm going to pray that that's not the case, and that this new woman he's pulled in is a proper adult, and has a heart too. When it comes to myself, I was able to move into that new department as a supervisor, and am now working toward the next promotion that I'm hoping I'll get.
Marcus, you're getting home late yet again today. Just a second ago, I tried to give your office a call, but they told me that you had already left for the day. Where are you right now?
I'm at the point now where I can't go on with you anymore.
Huh?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be handing in our divorce paperwork. So before then, can you sign it and help me hand it in? Actually, I've already spent a lot of the time filling it out, so can you just sign it and turn it in for me? You should have time to do that, right?
What kind of a joke is this? Today isn't even April 1st, so you can't be trying to fool me, right?
This is not a joke. I've come to realize that I just can't take being married to you anymore.
Can't take it anymore? Are you seriously telling me that you feel that way? Huh? Right now? You can't take any more of me at this time? You are aware that in another month or so, I'm going to be having our baby, right? Aren't you ready to finally become a father like you always wanted?
No.
Huh? So you're really going to tell me that you want out of all of this right now? That's all really screwed up. What am I going to do if you divorce me? Where do you plan to go off to?
I'm gonna go off somewhere to where I'm happy.
Yeah? And what is going to make you happy?
I have someone that I actually love now. So I'm gonna go to her and we're gonna start our new romance together.
When you say that, do you mean what I think you mean? Is this all happening with that one coworker of yours?
Huh? Why do you know about her?
I felt that for a bit now you've been going out with another woman. You've always made yourself look a bit suspicious, and so I already had a feeling of what that entailed.
What, you already suspected me of cheating on you? Well then, I didn't have to try that hard to hide her from you all that time then.
That is not what I want to hear from you right now. You have a wife at home that's been pregnant, and you choose to go out with another woman behind my back? That is beyond messed up, Marcus. So are you really going to leave me for her? Do you not feel any form of sorrow for doing that to me? I'm tired of having to be the one that has to go through all these hardships with you.
I'm not trying to make your life any harder, Ella. You're just gonna have to accept that things between us weren't working out and that you'll now have to raise that baby on your own. Good luck. I want to go live a life where I'm free, so you can manage that child without me while I go achieve that life. I'll at least give you the house and the divorce, so you should be happy for that.
This has always been my house, though, so of course I'm going to keep this place. I just cannot fathom that you want to throw me away at this bad of a timing. I will forgive you for cheating on me as long as you come back here and stay with me. What are we going to do to fix all of this?
You can figure that one out yourself. I no longer want anything to do with you.
The way you say that, does it not break your heart whatsoever? What will happen if you have to pay a settlement for cheating on me, or have to pay for child support?
I'm going to ignore you after this, so don't expect a dime from me.
That will not go over well for you. I think you should stop all that nonsense and just come back to me and our baby.
I don't like you anymore, Ella, and I couldn't care less about that baby as well. Alright, good luck on your own. Make sure you have that divorce paperwork handed in by tomorrow. I want to hurry things up and get married as soon as possible to my new woman.
You're the worst. I'm not going to let you run away from this so easily.
How are things going with my house?
Excuse me, but who am I speaking to?
It's me? Me? There's no way you don't know who I am. So, can you tell me how my house is doing? Don't tell me that you've sold that place or anything like that, right?
Your house? What are you talking about now? And another thing, why are you talking to me after 12 years have gone by? You were the one that threw me away back then, and you left with another woman from your work to get married. So having a message come from a jerk of a man 12 years later is shocking to me.
I'm not your average man is all. Now, tell me how my house is?
When you say your house, are you talking about the one that we lived together back when we were married?
That's right, my house.
That isn't your house, lol. And when you talk about that house, I'm still living in it.
Huh? You're still living in my house? You're not supposed to be living in that house anymore! You get out of there right now!
Get out of my own house? What are you talking about? Even if you start to get pissed off with me and try to boss me around, I'm not going to be leaving this house.
You still living in that house without my permission is the same dang thing as you trespassing on my property.
Really? It looks like you might have hit your head on one too many things there, buddy. Do you need to go to the hospital or something? I knew you were pretty screwed in the head back when we were together, but I would have thought that after 12 years, that would have healed by now. Have you gotten to the point now where you can't even comprehend the words around you anymore or what you say?
What happened 12 years ago doesn't matter anymore. Back then, things were tough for me.
Things were not tough for you, but me, right? I mean, I was carrying our kid at the time, but you never seemed to care about it. It's been years now, so you'd think that asking how the kid is after so long, or some question similar to that would be normal, right? Well, it's not like you have to ask me that, because I won't tell you a thing about them.
Alright now, hurry up and get out of my house! If you don't leave that place soon, I'll have to come there and force you out. Do you want me to become violent with you?
Come on, calm down a bit there, lol. This is not your house.
All you're doing is living there uninvited now. I'm going to live there again starting today, so you get out.
Oh? Even though I don't believe you can live here anymore?
Even after I moved out of there, you really thought it was okay to live there without me knowing? I guess I don't mind any of that, but today I'm moving back in with one of my lady friends, so get the hell out!
Even though this house is under my name?
What?
From the start of us living here, my name has been on this house. So what do you mean this is yours? What made you think that this house was ever yours, Marcus? Lol.
Your name is on that place? There's no way.
Says the guy that left me for no good reason after us having a baby together and everything, and just vanishing for 12 years. And now after that long, you're back telling me a bunch of crap. That doesn't make any sense. Are you sure you didn't hurt your head really badly?
You really want to keep saying I'm crazy? That's very rude of you.
I'm being honest. I'm not sure what it is with you that makes you think that you can boss me around, but this house is under my name.
Shut up. I already know the truth. I know that house is my house, and right now I need a house to live in. So I'm coming back to live in my house.
Even though it's been over a decade since you threw me away, You're still the same old Marcus. This house is under my name and it always has, so you don't have any rights when it comes to what I do with my house. If you do try to get into my house, I'll have the police here in minutes.
The police will only come to you if the house is owned by you.
But this is my house, and you're the only one too delusional to agree on that. This all happened a while back now, so I'm sure you totally forgot about all of it. But if that's the case that you cannot remember, maybe you're better off just leaving me alone and moving on. Because if you try to move back into this house, you'll only be doing yourself more harm than good.
I'm coming to get my house back whether you like it or not. Even though you think you can get away with stealing it from me.
At this point, you are so confused that I might have to call the old folks home and have them come pick you up, lol. I think it's best you don't come around here. You'll only make yourself regret things more if you do. I really have no clue why after 12 years, you think you can come back here. But it's been far too long for you to be talking to me again when you have that woman of yours, right? If that coworker's still around, then you both should try buying or renting a house for yourselves like proper people. Well, that's only you have the funds to do so, right?
Coworker? I don't remember anything about a coworker.
Oh?
The woman I'm with now is a lady friend I met 3 months ago, and I'm starting to think about marrying her now. And she wants us to have a house together, so I was planning on giving her that house as a present. I can't be asked to buy any other place right now, so I want you out of my old house.
Jesus, Marcus. Lol, you threw me out like that coworker meant the world to you or something, yet you can't even remember who they are now? I suppose it's because of your poor memory that you can't even remember whose house this is. But I'll remind you that this is my house, so stop trying to get me out of it. And if you come to my house, you'll only make things worse, so stay the hell away. I already told you, right? You'd regret coming here. But you still couldn't trust my words and barge into here, and now you have to pay for it. You had to meet my husband without being invited.
What the hell is going on? Tell me! Why the hell was a trap set up like that in the yard? I was just trying to get back to my house. What do you mean your husband?
It's not strange for me to have found another man and marry him, right? It's been 10 years now, and I've been married to my husband.
What? Why didn't you tell me anything about that?
Huh? Why should I have to tell my brain-dead ex-husband about my life? Lol. My daughter doesn't need to know about her screwed-up dad either. So that's why I made sure to never talk to you again, so that you never come back here.
I don't understand how you got married again, but what is up with this trap?
My husband is a bit of a protective man, and he works for a security company, so he decided to have some traps installed around the house to keep us safe. Lol.
Huh? He works for a security company?
Yeah, and we have a house with a young girl in it, so making sure that this house is secure from people like you is very important. And so, my husband made sure to put all kinds of traps. So of course someone that isn't supposed to be here would be caught in one of our traps. Lol.
Come get me out of here and let me go. This is my dang house after all.
You're being a dick. This is the house that I put my name down on and paid for all the loans. You never wanted to be the one to take up the responsibility of owning that house, so I had to make sure this place didn't go under. You're an adult, but mentally, you don't have the fortitude to be able to keep up with any payments, right? And you're what now? In your 40s, right? I think it's time you calm down and think for a second. Lol.
And to calm down, I wanted to get my house back. I planned on bringing my super young girlfriend here so that her and I could have a nest to make babies in. I was changing my life for the better this time.
You say that a lot, don't you? Yet every time you try to change your life around, you only fall even harder. Lol.
Shut up! Go ahead and tell me what kind of amazing life you have right now. I'm sure you're in the same spot as me going through all these problems.
I have been raising my daughter that you threw away 12 years ago all by myself, and now she is 12 years old.
Huh? Right. She is around that age now, huh?
And not just her anymore, but I have 2 more kids that I had with my husband, making it 3 now.
That many?
I raised 3 kids here with the help of my husband now and still have a career outside of home. I think that I've been doing pretty dang well for myself after being thrown away by you, but
Can you at least give me back that house?
this house is my family's house. But if you really want this house from me, why don't you come and buy it? Well, of course, that depends on your situation. But I'm sure by the way you've been acting, you don't have the money to. Lol.
Back when I left you for that other woman, I had gotten into some hairy business and lost a lot of my money. And since then, I've been having trouble finding any more work, and so my life has been really rough. But finally, after so long, I finally got a job as a full-time employee again and can start bringing in more dough. And along with that, I've gotten myself a really young chick. So you should be okay with giving me that house. Actually, before we get to that, come and let me out of this trap!
I don't give a crap about all you just told me. Lol. I don't care about what kind of troubles you've been through or what jobs you have right now, nor about any girl you're with. You have no right to that house I own, so stop trying to get it from me. Also, if you wouldn't have come, none of that would have happened to you. But now that we have you, I'm going to call the police and ask them what to do with you.
Huh? What? The police?
Of course.
But I'm not doing well right now. I'm the one who's had a rough life ever since we got divorced, and so I'll have you sued for this.
If you really want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But I don't think you'll be able to find yourself a lawyer that'll help you, and any case you make that's brought to court will be dropped immediately.
Why do you say that? Do you not care about the harm you put me through?
That trap is only there to stop those that trespass.
What?
You're the one that broke through my fence and onto my property, right? So even if you're upset that you hurt yourself doing that, nobody's going to care about you, lol. I'll tell you right now, you screwed around and found out today.
Are you kidding me? You're messed up in the head for making me go through this. Are you seriously that mad still about what happened 12 years ago?
Well, immediately after what had happened, I was... But right now, I have 3 amazing kids with a loving husband, so I'm only happy. Because of you, I was able to leave you behind and found that means to be a happy life. So thank you, lol.
What the hell? My life has been nothing but uphill battles.
And that's all due to you being a selfish prick, right? Lol. Now goodbye, you piece of garbage X. I hope that you try better after you get out that trap to fix your life. I think the police will be here soon for you. Make sure to explain to them what happened so that they can help you to get your head checked out. Lol. In the end, Marcus was taken into custody for trespassing and would be taken away in one of those police cars. And after all his hard work of getting that new job, the word of his arrest found its way there and he was fired by his manager. And that young girlfriend of his was disgusted by his actions and told him that they were through, which altogether ruined his mental health. He finally went back to his parents' house after almost 15 years and told them what had happened. And out of the kindness of their hearts, they got him a job at a really awful factory. And as of right now, he works from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day so that he can make as much money back to pay off all his debts, as well as pay his parents for allowing him back. I really don't understand why he went this far for something that was never even true, but I hope the consequences of his actions teach him that he got what was coming for him.